MSNBC is going to laugh at Vance's stupidity for scheduling a rally at the wrong time. However, how about we laugh at him for some of the other stuff he's done? When he demanded and set up anti-free speeches at his rally that the media can't record and see the racist, bigoted stuff that he says to, inform the American people. How about when Vance suggested that divorce is the wrong way to go, even if you're abused by your husband? Your husband smacks you around. Getting divorced increases spousal abuse. And then, his little hand-waving thing and the media just accepted it. Oh, I didn't actually say women that are smacked around by the husband should stay. He said divorce makes more women smacked around by their husbands. Who would actually buy that other than the media? Vance calls for an end to U.S. funding in Ukraine. So, is he for letting Russia run roughshod over another country, committing genocide? These things should be what stops someone from getting into the Senate. These things should be on the top of every single person's tongue when they talk about someone so unqualified for the U.S. Senate or any elected office. But yeah, it is actually fun to laugh at Vance for messing up the scheduling, even though he's a local boy. Take a look at this.
Donald Trump announced he will hold a rally with Ohio's Republican Senate nominee J.D. Vance next week. That rally in Youngstown, Ohio, though, scheduled at the exact same time the beloved Buckeyes of Ohio State play Toledo in Columbus. Vance's opponent, Democratic Congressman Tim Ryan, tweeted a photo showing the scheduling conflict, posting, quote, "Dude just doesn't get it." Mika.
No, he really doesn't. And by the way, you talk to Republican donors, and they will really actually tell you the same thing that Tim Ryan is saying right now, that actually J.D. Vance has just been an incredibly lazy candidate. This is according to GOP fundraisers and also people inside the Republican Party, that the guy seems disinterested, gets in fights with GOP donors, doesn't act like he wants to be out there. Man, there are better ways to spend your summer and your fall than getting involved in something that you clearly hate. And this Butters guy clearly does not like doing this as much as he liked being in Silicon Valley conferences with those little vests on that all those Silicon Valley guys do at those conferences and everything. Yeah, exactly. And sipping, what do they sip there? It used to be lattes, but it's probably some bubbly drink. What do they sip?
Green tea, made bubble tea. I don't know.
Oh, like
probably green tea. Chased with some avocado.
Chai.
Toast. Okay. No, it's great. I'm not knocking people who do that, okay?
It's been a slow fundraising
I'm a sweet tea guy.
Summer.
But the bottom line, Willie, is that this guy, he doesn't act like he wants to be out there. Doesn't act like he wants to be campaigning. And so if you don't like campaigning in Ohio and you don't like seeing people, just schedule your event when the Buckeyes play.
Thank you.
I know that is really, in the state of Ohio, Joe, it's like scheduling a rally in Alabama, up against the tide. You just don't do it.
Yeah.
But he's having trouble raising money. He's got a couple of big backers who can pump money into his campaign, but he's being outraised by a lot by Tim Ryan. Polling shows them neck and neck, though. It's going to be a tight race, but
close race.
That's in a state that was +8 for Donald Trump last time around and really has gone red in the last few cycles. So Tim Ryan, a native of the state, a guy whose credentials as a native Ohioan aren't really in question, hasn't spent any time in Silicon Valley, is doing very well in a state that should be tough for him.
Bringing forward the fact that he's lazy, yeah, that is good. Because the American people should know if their senator is lazy. They should also know if he supports genocide, wants to end divorces so battered women have to stay with their husbands, and needs the media to ignore all the racist stuff so he can get elected. But laughing at politicians is fun and easy, and the Morning Joe folks don't actually have to think all that much, do they? How about they point out this is just another Republican candidate that is a full-on whack job, not fit to hold office? We got a half dozen running for the Senate alone, not to mention all the QAnon folks, which is, Nazi propaganda is the Elder Scroll of Zion all over again. So why does the media insist on you knowing the least about everything? So if you like those videos, please help. The YouTube algorithm is horribly biased against, progressives. And the Republicans have massive amounts of money just to buy it off. So every time you like, every time you put a comment down below, helps us out. So like, subscribe, and if you really want to help the environment, down below is a link to a GoFundMe page where it has a brand new power generation that is 0% carbon emission and one of the cheapest productions of electricity the world has ever had. So go down, help us out.